Warning! The following video may contain spoilers for some of your favourite shows. Just remember that before you continue. Stevie, out. Before I start off my review, there are lots of shots of the boys with their wieners out in this episode, so to avoid any potential legal issues, all images of this will be censored to a small extent, no pun intended. This episode also contained one of the most sexualised moments I have seen in South Park in a long time, so if you're offended by this or are under the age you need to be to watch South Park, click away now, you have been warned. We start this week's episode with a Danish man, Leonard Bedrager, who is talking about a new threat. A threat from across the sea. The trolls have returned and the Danes are going to stop them. During this clip we see some of the world's most prolific trolls, including a cameo by that prick who was trolling everyone in the World of Warcraft episode all those years ago. Kyle is having male guilt issues due to the harassment and trolling of the girls at school, which, as we know, has led to all the girls at school into breaking up with their boyfriends to teach them a lesson. This action by the girls has now spread out of South Park, with Butters' Canadian girlfriend telling him not to speak to her again, as it seems the girls have got to her too. This left the Butters dumped and angry. Very angry. This week, Gerald, who has been on the verge of a nervous breakdown since the last episode thanks to the ominous notes he has been finding that claim "we know who you are," it turns out the people who were on to Gerald are in fact other internet trolls. He is greeted under the bridge by a very troll-like man who goes by the name Dildo Baggins, who needs Gerald's help as he is one of the best trolls about. They need his help as trouble is coming. It turns out that the Danes have set up a service called trolltrace.com. Started by CEO Leonard Bedrager, trolltrace.com will be able to put an address and identity to every single troll post the internet has ever seen, so that they can find the troll that caused the death at Ollengrad and publicly out them to the world. At school, Kyle is trying to get the girls back on side by having the boys attend their next volleyball game, but Butters is not having any of this. He has reached his end with the girls and them making the boys feel bad, and tells Kyle that he's fed up of feeling guilt about his little wiener and that he's going to take action about it. Later at the game, Kyle is feeling happy as he has managed to get a really good turnout of boys to come and see the game, and then it happens. It is at this point Butters decides to start his protest. The national anthem starts playing and everyone is told of course that they can stand, sit or take a knee, but Butters has another idea. He takes to his feet, he drops his pants, he lifts his shirt to show his wiener in all its glory, and he raises a fist in the air in complete rebellion to what is going on, which shocks the shit out of everyone. But slowly, the other boys realise what Butter is doing and they all join in. They all drop trousers, they all lift their shirts, they all lift a fist. Wieners freaking everywhere. The girls of course try and complain about this after the game to PC Principal, but because the boys have done this protest in a totally non-violent way, there is nothing he is going to do about it. The next day, Butters rallies the support of all the boys in school with the motto, "No more shame, no more doubt, no more bigotry, wieners out!" And it is really catching on as we see a parade of boys walking around the school, wieners out, chanting, along with Butters, showing this protest in all its glory. It is here the dawn of South Park. The reformed Eric Cartman makes his appearance this week. Kyle finds him sitting quietly making a friendship band for his girlfriend Heidi. Kyle tries to apologise and says he knows that he has to be planning some revenge against what they did, but Cartman simply replies that he's changed. He has seen a vagina, he has seen the light, he now knows that humans can colonise Mars, and a whole lot more inspirational crap came out of Cartman's mouth. Kyle begins starting to ask Cartman if he can help against Butters when Heidi appears, and the Cartman-Heidi love fest begins, throwing Kyle for an absolute loop. The three of them go for a drink and Kyle explains, after Eric telling Kyle how amazing Heidi is, the situation, but Cartman is having none of it. He thinks Kyle is only wanting revenge against Butters because he is jealous of Heidi and wants to break Eric and Heidi up, which sends Eric into an absolute fit of rage until Heidi chills him out. Needless to say, Kyle's plan to have Eric stop Butters is a no-go. We go back to Gerald and he's looking for help. He sees a self-help group and he goes in, but it turns out that he's walked into Randy's new Memberberry self-help group for Memberberry addicts. After exploding at one of the men at the group about having a big fat pussy, Gerald realises he's in the wrong place. Now earlier in the episode, his wife Sheila, knowing that all the house's computers and phones and everything had been broken, buys Gerald a gift. The gift is a new iPad. He sees this iPad and he freaks the hell out and says he does not want it. So Gerald, he tries to fight temptation of going online and trolling people, but it gets to the early hours, he's restless, he can't think of anything else, and whilst everyone is asleep he starts trolling in the bathroom, which leads to Sheila catching him trolling, which freaks her the hell out, as when she goes into the bathroom she finds Gerald sitting on the toilet, hunched over, looking at his iPad. She sees him, he looks back with a hiss and goes So yeah, Sheila was freaked out by this. Gerald does not know how to explain it. Obviously he doesn't want to say he's an internet troll. That's the worst, especially the internet troll that caused the death. That would be the worst thing. So he tries to explain this off by saying he was watching porn. Strange porn. Pee porn. Yes, that's right, pee porn. Sheila goes on to ask if he would like her to pee on him, to which he says no. But of course, one lie will take you down a rabbit hole, and Sheila then goes on to make Gerard feel guilty about this by saying, is it because I'm fat and not hot like the porn stars that you don't want me to pee on you? Which leads to one of the sickest South Park scenes in recent history, as Sheila gets on her sexy underwear, crouches over Gerard's face and starts peeing on him. We have a golden shower in South Park. Like I said in the intro, this was messed up. Very messed up. After going home, and as we have just talked about, ending up getting peed on, Gerald realises that he needs to go and meet Dildo Baggins. Dildo asks him if he has seen the video that the BBC released, but with Gerald being offline, he knows nothing. He is shown a video of a BBC report which is announcing the troll trace service and that they are going to out every single troll. Which funnily, in the video by the BBC, they show the arrest of a troll called Jerry Blumpkin. If you don't know what a Blumpkin is, Google it and be prepared to laugh. Gerald has no option but to go down the internet trolling rabbit hole with Dildo Baggins and to get help against being found out from the world's best internet trolls. And that is a wrap for episode 4. All in all, this was a cracking episode which has not only one but maybe two of the most controversial moments in South Park history. Never before did I think I would see all the boys' wieners, and never before did I think I would see Gerald Broflovski get pissed on by Kyle's mom. This left me absolutely freaking floored. We didn't get much in the member berries or the election this week, but if it's anything like the last few episodes, next week will be chock full of member berry and election sides of the story arc. It is on to my predictions. So, I predict that trolltrace.com is going to go offline as soon as it goes online, as everyone in the world thinks everyone is trolling them, and the servers are just not going to handle it. This will be a comment on the world and how everyone in the world seems to think that any negative comment is a troll comment. And Cartman. Eric Cartman. This is prediction 2, by the way. This kid is the most evil, vindictive child ever to have stepped foot on the earth, and we are to believe that he is going to do nothing against the boys for what they did to him. Cartman is quietly planning his revenge and is going to get it in epic fashion. Remember, this is the kid that killed Scott Tenorman's parents, turned him into chili and fed them to Scott. Cartman is maybe one of the evilest entities ever created in any form of fiction, so I cannot believe that he's going to let the boys get away with everything they've done to him. He will use Heidi and everyone else to get what he wants. Or hell, she was forced into the same situation. Maybe finally he has found the Bonnie to his Clyde frog. My name's Majin Stevies, hit subscribe for more. I'll be back next week with more South Park reviews and predictions. Majin Stevies, out.